test 4.3, extracting roots to rewrite radicals. You can extract roots to rewrite radicals using radicals of powers. All right, go ahead and look over the worked example. Go ahead and mark out 1 and 2. Let's take a look at the next page. All right, go ahead and mark out number 3. Let's take a look at number 4. Rewrite each radical involving a quotient. Okay, so this can be rewritten as the square root of m to the 4th divided by the square root of n to the 6th. And then that can be written as parentheses m to the 4th to the 1/2 power divided by n to the 6th to the 1/2 power, which then becomes m to the 4 divided by 2 and n to the 6 divided by 2, so that simplifies to be m squared divided by n cubed. All right, go ahead and finish up that. All right, let's take a look at the next one. So I can rewrite this as a cube root of j to the 12th divided by the cube root of k cubed. And then this becomes j to the 12th to the 1/3 power divided by the cube root cancels the cube, so that's divided by k equals j to the 12th divided by 3 divided by k equals j to the 4th divided by k. All right, go ahead and finish those up. All right, let's take a look at the next page. All right, go ahead and mark out 5, A and B. 6. Rewrite each radical by extracting all possible roots. Write the answer in radical form on the next page. I'm going to do it on the next page. You're going to do it on this page. The teacher works 6A, 6B, 6C, 6D, 6E, 6F, 6G, and 6H, and the student works 6I and 6J. All right, A. So I can rewrite that as the square root of 16 times the square root of x to the 4th. Actually, I'm sorry, x to the 6th. Well, the square root of 16 is 4, so that's 4 times x to the 6th to the 1/2 power, which equals 4 times x to the 6th divided by 2, which equals 4x cubed. Right, go ahead and finish that up. Let's take a look at B. So B can be written as negative square root of 4 times 2 times the square root of v squared v, which then that's the square root of 4 times the square root of 2 times the square root of v squared times the square root of v. Well, the square root of 4 is 2. This cancels, so we can put that with the 2, and then since the square root of 2 and v are both square roots, so that's the square root of 2, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, 2v. All right, go ahead and finish up A and B. All right, let's take a look at C. So that becomes the square root of d squared d times the square root of j to the 4th, which equals the square root of d squared times the square root of d times j to the 4th to the 1/2. Cancels, you get d times the square root of d times j. 4 times 1/2 is 2, which then I can rewrite this as d times j squared times the square root of d. Okay, go ahead and finish up C. Alright, let's take a look at D. So then this becomes square root of h to the 4th times square root of j to the 6th. It's going to be written as h to the 4th times 1/2 and j to the 6th times 1/2, which equals h to the 4 divided by 2 times j to the 6 divided by 2, which equals h squared j cubed. Go ahead and finish up D. Let's take a look at E. So this becomes the square root of 25 times the square root of a squared, square root of b to the 8th, square root of c to the 10th. Square root of 25 is 5, so that's 5 times a squared to the 1/2 times b to the 8th to the 1/2 times c to the 10th to the 1/2, which equals 5 a b to the 4th, c to the 5th. All right, go ahead and finish up B. And let's take a look at F. So then this becomes the 4th root of 81 times the 4th root of x to the 4th times x times the 4th root of y to the 12th. Well, the 4th root of 81 is 3. Then that becomes times 4th root of x to the 4th, 4th root of x times y to the 12th times 1/4. Well, that cancels. You're left with 3x. Let's go and deal with the y next. 12 divided by 4 is 3, so y cubed, and then times 4th root of x. All right, go ahead and finish up F. Let's take a look at G. So this becomes x plus 3 to the 9th to the 1/3 power equals x plus 3 to the 3rd. Okay, now the square root cancels the squared, so that equals x plus 3. Alright, go and finish writing those down, and then let's take a look at the next page. Alright, 4.4, operating with radicals. Go ahead and mark out number 1. Go and take a moment to read over the worked example, and then mark out 2. Alright, let's take a look at the next page. Go ahead and mark out 3. Let's take a look at 4. Perform each operation, extract all roots, write your final answer in radical form. Okay, well 2 times 5 is 10, and then this becomes the square root of x times x times x, which equals 10 times the square root of x cubed. Which equals 10 times the square root of x squared, square root of x. The square root cancels the squared, so you're left with 10x square root of x. Alright, let's take a look at b. So becomes 2 times the cube root of k times k, which equals 2 times the cube root of k squared. Right, go ahead and finish up b. Now I have to multiply this by this term and this term. So 7h times 3h is 721 square root of h times h plus this times this is 28 times the square root of h times h cubed, which equals 21 times the square root of h squared plus 28 square root of h to the fourth which the square root cancels the squared, so you get 21h plus 28 times h to the fourth times 1/2. So this equals 21h plus 20h h squared. Alright, go ahead and finish up C. Alright, let's take a look at D. So this is a to the 1/2 times a to the 1/3, which equals a to the 1/2 plus 1/3 equals a to the 5 divided by 6. Okay, let's take a look at E. So this becomes n times the cube root of 4 times 2 is 8, n times n squared, which equals n times the cube root of 8 times the cube root of n cubed. Well, the cube root of 8 is 2, so that's equal to 2n times n, which equals 2n squared. All right, let's take a look at f. So this becomes the square root of 4x to the fourth divided by square root of x squared. Now the square root cancels the squared, so then you're left with the square root of 4 times x to the fourth to the 1/2 divided by x. Square root of 4 is 2 times x to the 4 divided by 2 divided by x, which equals 2x squared divided by x, which equals 2 times x divided by x. That divided becomes 1, which equals 2x. Alright, go ahead and finish it up. Alright, let's take a look at the next page. Go ahead and mark this page out. When adding or subtracting radicals, you can combine like terms and write the result using fewer terms. For example, the two terms 3 square roots of x and square root of x are like terms because their radicand and index square root of x are the same. The coefficients do not have to be the same. On the other hand, the term -8 cube root of x squared and 7 cube root of x are not like terms. Indices are the same, 3, but the radicands are different, x to the fourth and x. Consider the exponent form x to the 4/3 and x. And notice that the bases are the same and the denominators in the exponent are the same, but the numerators in the exponents are different. Alright, go ahead and look over the worked example. Go ahead and mark out 6. The student worked 7A, 7B, 7C, 7D, 7E, and 7F. Go ahead and mark out this page. 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 Go ahead and finish up your notes and have a wonderful Wildcat day.